Yo. Yeah, let's go. How we feeling? My name is Criso. Very stoked to be here. Thank you, Tyler Necromancer, for having me on BASSment Jams, episode Trace. Excited to play. Gonna start out with some dubstep and then just go into whatever, to be honest. I'm gonna start holding this too. How's this? This is better so you guys can see me talk.
I know you dig this.
Try to play some stuff I don't normally play so that you guys can kind of see the other side of what I fuck with. I'll mix in some usual stuff too. Vision Dub said, Rhythm incoming. I don't know about that, but maybe another time. I do fuck with Rhythm, but I don't have anything on my USB. Phil said, Darude Sandstorm Criso bootleg. Yeah, you're exactly right. Incoming. For a little bit, I'm just going to focus on just playing songs I fuck with and less of trying to do doubles or any shit like that. I just want you guys to hear what I like. like grapes. Criso LA debut. I actually don't know. I'm trying to get out to LA this year, so get your local promoters, hit them up, tell them to book Tyler, book Criso. Corey Pfaff at some sub.mission.com if you want to book me.
Concentration is fairly intense. You're lost.
metaphor on this one, titled Ratatouille. Ghetto Tech. If you don't know, get to know. The wheel. Let me see one more. This one. Komanaz, I think I'm saying it right. Komanazmuk. It's called the Tempa All Stars, Volume 4, classic.
Being afraid of the dark is what keeps most of us alive.
Yo, Felony Mischief, I'll take a cookie if you're baking some. Juice Man, Rude Boy. Yep, WZ on this one. No skang. This one, LX1, Hunted. This one, The Whittler, This Generation. Hijinks, formerly known as Mr. K. We're gonna play another one because fucking love it. Mr. K now. This one, Mr. K, Red-Handed, one of my favorite EPs on White Peach. So fucking good. We're gonna switch it up, do some more rhythmic things. This one, Moscow Legend, Heart Attack. If you don't know Moscow Legend as well, get to fucking know. Chad, how we feeling? Let's switch it up again. Let's get into some garage two-step type stuff. Yo, Felony, how is God of War Ragnarok? Is it good? I haven't tried it. I like games. This one, Kessler, Hood Mentality. Yo, whether you're actively in the chat, directly locked in, or you're having this in the background while you're relaxing, playing a game, whatever, thank you for being here. Just wanted to check in and say that. We still got a lot more time. I saw 3 wheels. That's more than enough. Don't matter what part of the track we're in.
We were somewhere around Barstow, on the edge of the desert.
This one, JC Billin, titled Every Day.
Big fat fat. Dance that on the clock and 12 to 12 o'clock. Pick up all of the girls with the big fat fat. Dance that on the clock and 12 to 12 o'clock. Pick up all of the girls with the big fat fat. Dance that on the clock and 12 to 12 o'clock. Pick up all of the girls with the big fat fat. Dance that on the clock and 12 to 12 o'clock. Pick up all of the girls with the big fat fat.
Your chest about X, mind you flex 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 your chest about X. Man better be careful of me, I ain't just another MC. I'll spin your clock 360 degrees, flat line on set. Man, I leave that to see. That to see. That to see.
feeling? Woo. We're about an hour in. We got a lot more to go.
Fresh selection, I to MC come in a motion. And we're all inside, lock the studio, turn off the lights. Demonstrate, innovate, never imitate. Come heavy, can't stop telling them about Canberry.
Original, or if he's one of the remix. Doesn't show my record box. Let's do some more 4x4.
Why you shooting?
Fire one pop.
Don't forget, if you haven't seen, you can ask me some questions at the end of this set. Make sure to DM BASSment Jams on Instagram and we'll get your question in. I want to hear what y'all are curious about and I want to answer them. You lost one, Denver. Yes, I do.
Every place gets shelled down. Every place gets shelled down. Lyrics them shell all around. Hey, you better listen to the triple, the double sound boy. Hey, you better listen to the triple, the double sound boy.
I would love to go to the, London, UK, and all of UK in general. Please. Maybe 2026? We'll see.
We deal with it proper. We got the real stand-upper. Anyway we pass through, you know the top shut the boat.
The original dancehall jungle is there. General Levy alongside the MB. The world is in trouble. I will tell a murderer. It goes, I am the incredible general.
Who remembers this one from Infrasound?
What about the illa? When you walk up, you see that for the most, say,
something watching, man, yeah. No respect to all the massive, the New York massive, the London massive, Canadian massive, anywhere you want to come from, Chinese, Puerto Rican, anyway. Now hear this.
Gotta switch it up again.
Oh, baby.
feeling?
We got to do something real serious. If you have a lighter in your pocket, light it up. All the way in the back, from the back, the sides to the front. Bring the lights down.
It's the
Chat, how we feeling? Got about 30 minutes left. It's drum and bass the rest of the way through. Hey, let me see your favorite emoji in the chat right now. Everybody, put your favorite emoji in the chat. To top up on my wine, I figured this is a perfect time with a song like this to drink some wine. Look at this. Look at this bottle service right here. Oh wow. Exquisite, sir. Oh, thank you for pouring it. Yeah, the fucking towel, he checks all the boxes. Thank you, good sir. Any wine connoisseurs in chat that want to know what I'm drinking, it's bread and butter 2023 Pinot. It's very good.
Your technique.
Don't threaten me.
15 more minutes. This one, Slater, Strange Justice. titled Framework, one of my favorites.
for the source. Welcome to the future, it's a tour de force. Don't lose the plot, you got to stay on. You got to stay on. For the source. Welcome to the future, it's a tour de force. Don't lose the plot, you got to stay on.
Another favorite coming up. This one by Grinder, titled Stereotype. Chat. 4 more minutes. Chat, this is my last one. Thank you guys so much. I had a ton of fun. Ending on probably one of my favorite jungle songs ever. This is Emily's Smile by Comics. Stick around. We still got the Q&A, so if you sent in a question, I'm gonna answer it. If you haven't sent one in yet, DM BASSment Jams. We're probably going to take a couple more, so get it in right now if you got something. You can ask me anything. Almost anything. Yeah, you might want to turn it down a little lower.
Transition, baby.
That was great.
That was a good time. Our boy Uncle Jack is on it.
Okay. Is this on?
Yeah, I think so.
It's on?
Yeah, I believe so. Let's
Make sure.
do a quick test run here.
A little more.
Let's see here. What? What?
Sweet.
Oh, do you have the headphones on? The metering.
He's got the meat.
He's got the meter. The meter tells all.
I'm gonna pour a little more wine.
Dude, you got the wine. All right. Let me back up here. I don't need to be this actively. There we go. Sick. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Sweet. Nice. Hello?
That's it. All right. We made fart sounds. We're
Fart
saying,
sounds.
hey, we got wine. We have charcuterie.
Coots.
The charcutes. We got the delicious tastes of another NA beverage, Labatt Blue, from our brothers up in Canada.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad. It tastes like beer.
Yep.
Watery
but
beer.
not.
Yeah. So yeah, sponsor us.
Yeah. And sponsor us, bread and butter.
Bread and butter.
I drink your wine like every week with my girlfriend. We love it.
Yeah. Sponsor Criso here.
Yeah.
Not Criso. And that's where I want to start off
Okay.
this whole conversation. So cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers. Amazing set.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
The spectrum was wide.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So over here.
So let's start off with let's go back to that. So infrasound. First time we got to razzle dazzle together.
Yep.
I'm sitting here. We're talking with Jack and everything too. And
Mm-hmm.
what was yours, Jack? What did you think it was? I thought Criso. You thought Criso.
What did you think?
I actually thought.
Okay.
Sure, yeah, Dave is full of shit.
We got Nautical Divine over here in the corner
Yeah.
if you haven't seen him yet. He said he got it right.
Yeah.
I don't know about
that. So where does Criso come from?
It's my last name.
Oh, it is.
Yep.
It's just your last
My
name.
last name.
Sick.
So, little funny story that I won't get too much in a tangent in, but so you kind of get some background here.
Yeah.
I used to go by, before I was Criso, I used to just go by TYLR.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Tyler,
Yeah.
without the E, because I was
Yeah.
doing the whole, let me do my DJ name as like some random word or my name with
Right.
no vowels in it. That whole trend, that was a thing. So I was like, cool, like, let me do that.
Yeah.
So I did that for a while, and then I realized I don't like this anymore.
Okay.
And then that's when late 2022, I was like, I want to change everything up, and I was struggling for like months to try and figure out a name, and a lot of people were like, just switch to your last name. It's unique.
Yeah,
And I'm like, no one's ever gonna get it right though. I was like,
Yeah. I mean, was that a problem in school even?
oh, 100%.
Yeah,
Everybody, like even my teachers and like the school
Yeah.
would like register me under the school as Crisco.
Crisco.
Yeah, they always put they always put extra C in there, like Crisco, like the vegetable oil.
Right,
They must
right.
have thought I was like the son of the founder or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing at this school?
Yeah,
You should be
and
at a private school.
It always irritated the fuck out of me. Like when I was a kid, I was like, "Where are you finding the extra C? It's
Yeah.
Criso. There's
Yeah.
no extra C."
Yeah.
And then now I just kind of I like it. You know, I mean, not that I like it, but I don't hate it. You
Yeah,
know, it's
no.
like a lot of people were saying like, who cares if people get it wrong? Like it's a conversation piece. And
Yeah, it's a really good
It kind
last
of works
name.
because I get DMs all the time saying, "How do you actually pronounce your name?"
Yeah.
And then the people have done bets on what it is, and
That's
I'll
what
tell
I
them it's
should have been
Criso, and I'll
doing.
be like, "I fucking knew it."
I would have lost, but I should have done it. I love bets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
bets
yes, it's
yeah.
Criso. It's
Criso.
Italian and Norwegian.
Sick.
Yep.
That's super dope. Yeah,
Yeah, thank
I remember just watching the recap. You had the infrasound recap,
Mm-hmm.
and during the infrasound recap, I'm sitting there watching me say the name that I think it is,
Oh yeah,
but
Criso.
but also knowing
I thought you were doing it as a joke.
no. So I was doing it, and then I hear Joe Criso, and then I hear Pav Criso, and I'm
Yep.
like,
You're like, uh oh.
it's like I should have maybe asked first. So like, there's
No,
nothing
you're
wrong with
good.
asking.
No
But
worries.
then after that, I was like, oh, this is gonna be funny. And then instantly in the comments, as it's like live YouTube premiere, Criso,
Yeah,
and then
Criso.
people are sending like crying face emojis. I was like, oh my fucking god. And it's like, yeah, reading it, obviously, Criso. So it's just I don't know why our brains do that, kind of trick us into thinking silliness, but
Hey, it happens,
it does. Apparently to you a lot. I
Mhm.
mean, a shitload.
I've been so used to it my whole life that
Yeah.
it doesn't like phase me when people
Yeah.
do it. I'm just like, it's Criso, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh.
That's pretty funny. So I also did a little bit of snooping because I was like really interested in I was really interested in, like, I guess your origin story, for lack of better words. But there was even one before just TYLR.
There was.
Yeah, it started with an S.
Nope.
No? What was it?
Starts with a T.
A T? What was it?
It was TJ.
A TJ.
Yeah, TJ, TEEJAY. Because my
Yes,
my middle name was James.
Yes, there we go.
Every name that I've had
Yeah.
for like a music project, it
Yeah.
involves my name somehow.
Yeah.
I'm just not realizing that. Yeah.
Was there ever one with an S too?
An S. No,
I
there was not.
was deep digging on your Facebook, just
On my
stalking.
Facebook.
Yeah,
What could have been S?
I screenshotted it forever ago, but
From like how long ago?
like long.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Like 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
probably 10. How long? So that's another good question. So when did you start working into like being like, I want to produce, I want to DJ? Did one come before the other? If so, which one?
Producing for sure.
Okay.
I kind of got into electronic music around like 2012, 2013, 2014, around there. Just
Right.
hearing. First, I was hearing people like Deadmau5 and Cascade,
Yeah.
and even oh man, who else? Like Tiesto and
Sure. Yeah.
all that jazz.
Big
you know,
room,
all that
yeah.
stuff. Not jazz, just the term, all that jazz.
Yeah. But jazz too.
But
yeah.
yeah, right. And then eventually somebody at school was like, "Hey, check out this dude named Skrillex. He just put out this EP called Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites." And I was like, "This is fucking weird. I love it."
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I kind of went down that loophole of listening to him and even like old school Habstract, who when he was doing dubstep back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was my shit.
Sick.
I used to listen to all of this on an app called Mog.
Okay.
OG fucking app. If you know what that
Yeah.
app is, like that's some deep. It was like a Napster, but like just yeah.
Yeah.
It only lasted about a year before it got shut down. But
Oh, okay. It was a quick in and out.
yeah, quick in and out. But anyway, yeah, I think it was around 2015 where I was like, I want to start like trying to make stuff like this, and I started like messing around in like GarageBand.
Sick.
I was making I remember specifically I was trying to do like this Avicii thing. I was trying to remake like an Avicii song.
Yeah.
I guess is like to try and dissect like how things were made.
Totally.
And it seemed pretty easy to me because it's just like a kick, some bass line, and like a piano.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So I did that for a while, and then I took like a hiatus on electronic music, and I started making like beats and stuff.
Sick.
Got inspired by my cousin. Shout out Paccarillo, that's his rap name.
Paccarillo.
My cousin Jake.
You were making beats for him?
Yeah, I made some beats for him and just kind of made beats like in general because he was rapping at the time. So I was just like, I'm inspired by that. And I was like, cool, like I'd like to I want to like be on the other side and make beats and stuff. So I did that for like 2 or 3 years. And then eventually I kind of got back into electronic music. And then in 2018, 2019, that's when I was like, okay, I want to start taking this seriously. Like I would love to do this on a professional level at like someday. So let me just go ham and go off. So that's when I, just kind of just started really hammering it down and trying to get into it.
And so when around then was it officially Criso?
That was late 2022.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, so I've only been under the Criso project for about 2.5 years now, 3 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Because I was, so under the beats that I was making, I was TJ.
Okay, the beats were TJ beats.
I don't think you'll find that SoundCloud page. Well, maybe you can now that you've figured out what the name was. But
yeah, now that you told us that there is a SoundCloud page,
I don't even know if it's still up, but we'll see.
I'm going to look for it.
And then 2019, I switched to TYLR, and 2019 was my first show that I ever played. Weirdly enough, the first show that I ever played, I was opening for Galantis in like a 2,000 capacity room. I got lucky because I worked at the venue, and the guy, the promoter that was running it, was a good friend. I also worked with him, and he was like surprised me by like, hey, your first show, you're opening for these guys. I'm like, what the fuck?
Sick.
So that was really awesome. And then like a week later I opened for 12 Planet, and then I was like, I like the dubstep one more, and the dubstep rhythm, bro step, whatever. I like that more. And then kind of just a few years went by before I actually started doing shows again, and then so
that's crazy.
The whole thing from switching to Tyler to Criso was just that the Tyler TYLR thing was just so all over the place. I was making like hybrid trap, house music, like fucking drum and bass, like halftime, trip hop, like dubstep, like all of it. And then I started like really, really getting into like dubstep and like 140 stuff. And it was actually, I've said this a lot of times, but I'll say it again for, continuity here. Is I really, really got into people like Ternion Sound and Enigma Dubs and then like some underground people like on SoundCloud, listening to like SoundCloud dubstep. I was like, okay, like I really, really fuck with this. This is what I'm resonating with the most. I would like to just change everything and just put my focus on that. And that's kind of how Criso sort of started.
Sick. I mean, shout out Enigma Dubs. Mm-hmm. Shout out Ternion Sound.
Shout out Ternion Sound. Woo! One of them's back there. He just went, wee.
But
shout out Jack holding it down back there.
Holding it down. He's hitting the buttons.
He's hitting the buttons for us, yes.
But
checking the levels.
Yeah, the SoundCloud era of just like finding different artists on there. It used to be either a little easier in my mind from what I remember back when I was using SoundCloud to like help me find different artists, and it would suggest artists that were more relatively close to the same sound that I was listening to. I don't feel like it does that quite as much for me now.
The algorithm feels so diluted now. It was a lot simpler to just find a specific sound.
I thought so too.
Now it's just, not to get deep on this, but it's just kind of all over the place right now. I feel like the lines are getting blurred so much, it's hard to kind of figure out, like, what style is this? Or like what genre is, subgenres of subgenre is this? And all these different things. It's like... there isn't like it's hard to do that. So I agree. It was much easier, even like 3 or 4 years ago to like look at related tracks on SoundCloud from a track, and it was so much easier to find things that were similar.
I was even I mean, I get in conversations about subgenres with so many people all the time on different
Yeah.
levels. I was talking about that with Dave just yesterday. Jack and I are talking about that maybe every other month for
Yep.
hours on end. And then I even was just talking about it with our boy XI, who was just streaming before us.
Shout out XI.
Shout out XI. And then our Canadian brother.
Yeah. Let's go, brother.
Yeah, we were talking about the idea, because I was talking to him about like the idea of 140 being called like a genre a bit now. Like that's kind of a thing now. People are like, I play a lot of 140, which is like
it confuses me.
Right. But it does. I think what it does do is it does, like what XI had told me that I thought was really interesting, is that he feels that it opens up people's eyes into, instead of like coming to a dubstep show and 140, people are just like, I just know that that's like kind of like a rhythm I like to dance to.
Yeah.
Then they go there and then they're hit with a whole bunch of different kinds of music. And then they find new music through that.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be quite like down the barrel to figure out exactly what show you want to go to. Like, I don't want to just go to a dubstep show and then all of a sudden somebody's playing something else.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to go to this show and somebody's playing something else. Like, I'm going to go to 140 show. It's going to have more of a broad...
That's actually a really good point.
Yeah.
And I think from a perspective of people who are new to this and new to the scene, I do think that's... Now that you bring that up...
Yeah.
That's a really good point, you know, like, because when you say 140, it doesn't, I mean, in my mind, it doesn't just mean dubstep.
Right.
Dubstep is not, like, 140 isn't dubstep. Dubstep is just 140 BPM.
Right.
You know, so, like, that's just, like, I think that's, like, the distinction right there. And it's, like, so when you say, like, I play 140... all of my sets are all 140 BPM. Does that mean it's just dubstep? No. It's just stuff that is 140 BPM.
Exactly.
Along that style, of course. Like they all work sort of in a way, and they blend well, and they're all sort of along the same style generally.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's not all dubstep.
I mean, your artistry behind the decks is also really smooth. It was super enjoyable to see you play at Infrasound. Really enjoyable to watch you play here. You have a really good way of blending a lot of those like subgenres into like a solid, melting pot.
Yeah.
I felt like you were back there playing with fondue. Everything was mixing and blending together. It was smooth.
Yeah, no, and I like the fact that with BASSment jams that you're doing is you're emphasizing the fact that like this is supposed to be like you're just playing in a basement with friends. You're just fucking around. You're having fun. Like that's what I love about this. It's like you're not coming in here to like, yes, you're putting on a show because you're presenting this to people, but like they're just watching you have fun and mess around. They're not watching you, try and put this like in this like very intricate like type thing where it's all planned out and all, it's like, blah, 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 blah. Like it's just having fun, messing around. Like I practiced a little bit before we, went on, but like other than that, it was just like I had some fun, and that's what I love about this. It's really cool.
And I think it gives a lot of these viewers, whether they're new to you or they're just really excited to see you, it gives them an opportunity to see stuff like we had said many times before. It gives an opportunity to see stuff that you would like to be playing in any environment. It's just, some environments don't call for certain music at certain times. But this is where you're like, I can just play and just enjoy like hi-fi system, play on whatever. We're hanging out. Yep. We're eating charcuterie.
And wine. Cheese and wine, dude.
Labatt Blue, our Canadian brethren.
Let's go.
Advanced upon us, brethrens.
Yep.
I'm really hoping to get sponsored by Labatt's, I think.
I think the more we say it, we'll like summon like a sponsor.
Yeah, exactly.
To like show up and If you say it 3 times.
Yeah. All of a sudden, some like Canadian goose is gonna bust through my ceiling like the Kool-Aid guy.
Sponsorship, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, Canadian. Is gonna come in here looking for bread.
Yeah. Yep.
This is gonna be really scary. I'm
just
terrified.
drops like a 6-pack on us, you know.
You're sponsored, bitch. Takes a huge bite into my leg.
Oh my god.
All my childhood nightmares come to fruition.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. But
I'm down to getting these questions, man. Let's see what people got.
There's some really good ones. There's a few 2-parters here. I'm
excited and I'm scared.
Don't be scared. It's all gonna be good. And we got a new one. This one by Cody. Oh man, here I go. You ready? I'm gonna slaughter another last name. Cody Hogue. H-O-U.
Let me see it.
G-H.
Cody Hoff.
Hoff?
Yeah, maybe Hoff. Yeah,
Cody
that's
Hoff.
good. Cody
Yeah,
Hoff.
We'll take it. Cody Hoff. What influenced you into dubstep / D&B?
Okay, so there's 2 sides to that.
There's 2 sides to it.
So
start off with the dubstep.
He kind of said that weird. So he's asking what are my influences?
Yeah, in dubstep and D&B.
Okay. In dubstep, 100% since like the inception of the Criso project, Ternion Sound, all the way.
Serious?
Yes, 100% serious. Like I was kind of mentioned this earlier to you guys, but like I remember like 2021 or something like that, I had first heard Ternion. That was the 14th, and the that I think it was Article. That Article EP.
Yeah.
That whole EP, I was just like, oh my god.
Was it the Parasite EP?
No, it had a.
It was Parasite.
It was, yeah. It was.
Yeah.
The 14th.
You like that? You like that, Jack?
Yeah.
I got that right here in my mind. I remember.
You got it. Yeah.
Pushing your guys'
the 14th. Smoke 'em out. I love Smoke 'em out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just as soon as I heard it, I was like, "There's just something about this that I love." I just kind of started listening to it more, and yeah, ever since it's just the Ternion Sound Boys have been like my favorite set of like group of an artistry that I've ever heard. Just every single thing I can tell, like there's love put in it, there's life put in it, you know, and it's just like some are bangers, some are like heartbreakers, you know, like with oh my god, I'm blanking. Artifice, you know, just. Yeah.
He did that shit on purpose, dude. He was trying to hurt our feelings.
You know, trying to make us cry.
I know.
But no, I mean, like, they've just, like, the way that they do things, I mean, not even just from a musical perspective, but from a visual perspective, the brand identity, the logo, like, everything about it, just, like, it really resonates with me. And, yeah, just since the start, and I'm saying this as one of them is behind me, so, you know, it's just like, but, yeah.
He's only saying it because he's right.
Yeah, I'm only saying it because you're back there, but no, but like I'm serious, you know. It's just like in that, like, yeah, I think they've just been like my number one sort of source of inspiration since I started this, and always look to their discography for ideas and ways to kind of like progress my my sound and my career as a whole, you know. Criso used to be an early one for me.
Yeah.
He was probably since like 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
His especially, I've been subscribed to his Bandcamp for I can't even count how long. Just
insane
amazing
producer.
stuff. Insane stuff. People like Sorrow. People like it's hard for me to. Whenever you're asked about it, you just immediately forget all these people.
Yeah, getting put on the spot is tough.
Yeah,
it is one of the tougher things when it comes to the Q&A part of the segment. I mean, like
totally.
when like, you know, just hanging out, kicking back, it's those things just like fluidly come out. But then all of a sudden, it's like, all right, now that we got this light on your head, and we got this microphone in front of you.
I feel like that's good. I feel like that's a good really amount for dubstep and stuff. So for drum and bass, I'm still early into it, you know. I am learning as I go
Yeah.
with drum and bass, and eventually, I have a few drum and bass whips that I'm working on.
Awesome.
I don't feel ready enough with them to want to share them, but eventually, I'm getting very, very close on them. Just really trying to hone in on what my sound is for the D&B realm.
Yeah.
But people like Molecular, basically anybody on the Sofa Sound crew.
Yeah.
Just all like the just Bristol rollers, just
Yeah.
something about it is just like, oh.
You're definitely into the rollers.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm very much into rollers. Just like, yeah. Stuff that really hits like that. That's definitely a big inspiration for me. I really enjoy sort of on my free time, like, or like when I'm driving around, I like listening to just old jungle, old like breakcore, like old metalhead stuff. Old the ending track comics and all of his stuff. I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah, you're saying that right.
Yeah, just that the whole era of music is it's just a whole different feeling.
Definitely.
I just love that stuff.
That stuff was definitely lawless a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there was like an era back then where there was like rules existed, but they were pretty twisted, and everything was just a little more jagged.
Because they were making it out of enjoyment and what they fucked with, and they weren't making it out of, like I gotta make this because I haven't, done XYZ in a long time, or I have this deadline where I gotta do XYZ, or like, it's gotta sound like this for, I got this XYZ show coming up, and it's gotta sound like for this crowd or for that crowd. They were just making it because they fucked with it, and
definitely.
It's hard to come by like that mindset these days,
Absolutely. Definitely.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I mean, those are really good both dubstep and drum and bass examples for inspiration. It's always weird as a person that grew up with the Ternion boys to like hear people from out of state that like they're like, oh yeah, this was a group that like got me into this thing. I'm always just like, that's so strange, because I always think of them as we were all
the local homies, right?
We were all little dorks.
Yeah,
we were all kind of dorky kids that danced really weird and did weird, fun, stupid stuff together. And
totally.
So it's just
I think that kind of ties
so
into sort of a side tangent, which I won't go too much into, but like,
this is your show today, dog.
Because I want to get through the rest of the questions, but I will say, like, I think that's a good segue into me saying, like, us, DJs, us artists or whatever, we're people,
Definitely.
And that's something that, like, take Ternion, for example, right?
Yeah.
Behind Ternion, it's 3 people.
Yeah.
And it's 3 personalities, 3 lives, you know what I mean? And it's like, with any project, behind Criso, there's a person. Behind you, there's a person. Behind you, there's a person. So it's like,
behind you,
there's a behind person. You is a person. But like, it's just like understanding that, and it's like, there's a stark difference between the project and then the person. Not to say that, like, I don't mean that in a way like just be careful who, like, I don't mean it in that way, but I mean like get to know, like, if you have the chance, get to know who the person is behind the project.
Absolutely. Like Kanye, he's canceled.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not even going to get into that.
Canceled.
That's a whole roller coaster.
The person
right
behind the project, Kanye?
Yeah.
Bad guy.
Yeah, bad guy.
Bad guy.
Newsflash.
Newsflash. If you didn't know, you know
don't
now.
go to easy.com, please. 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 It's terrible.
It's so bad.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get to know especially in this scene, it's like we're a tight-knit scene where, we're, for a lot of people, we're family. So it's like, get to know your people. When you have a chance, you're going to go out to a show to see somebody and you have the opportunity to talk to them, get to know who they are.
100%.
Not just know the project, know the person.
Yes. Exactly. I mean, that was, man, once again, another light shining down, blank mind moment. Like, I was just wanting to catch up with you, because we haven't really gotten that sit down human to human like talk, and I was just really excited just to be like, all right, now we're kicking it. It's time to let loose. Let's go get some food.
Yeah.
Let's catch up. And I was just like, so what's good?
Yeah.
And then you were like telling me what's going on in life, and I was like, damn,
Yeah.
I wish we had a GoPro in here. This would be the interview. Like it was just really good to that's what I want so badly for this show, is it to just be almost like a candid conversation with like buddies where we just get to like talk about stuff, and it kind of does like hopefully break down some of that like third wall esque like stuff where people no longer will like pedestal like these artists, and they'll just be like, oh, these are humans that are like just trying to have a good time and make things that they think are really cool and like important to their culture and scene.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why I love doing this. Like every time I get the opportunity to do some sort of, whether it's like a podcast or like a Q&A thing like this, where I'm talking to people and being able to share that to everyone else, whether it's through social media or whatever.
Right.
Like I love doing these because I want people to get to know me as a person too, just beyond, you know, who's Criso? This is me, you know, it's my last name. So it's as personal as I can get, you know?
Definitely. Yeah. Absolutely. There's no barrier there.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no barrier behind that alias. You end up getting canceled. It's bad on your family. So you got
the legacy is ruined.
Yeah. Keep it tight, Tyler. Keep it tight.
Oh shit.
But no, man. Yeah. It's been awesome to even just to hear that it's under the Criso project. It's only been 2+ years.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You're smashing.
Thank you.
You're on a fucking roll.
Thank you.
I mean, I think I had heard, what tune was it of yours that was like, it was because Eric was playing it out a crap load, and then all of a sudden it spread like hot wildfire.
How many years ago?
Maybe it could have been about a year or two ago.
What did Eric play?
It was I forget who the MC was on it.
Oh, there's an MC on it.
Yeah.
The Strictly Business.
Yeah, it had
with
to have been
Pavon and Rakjay. That's newer.
No, not that one. An older one.
Oh, was it like a bootleg?
Yeah, I believe so.
The Strikers bootleg.
Yes. Yeah. That's when I had first heard of you, and I was just like, "What is this kid doing? This is insane." And then there just wasn't an abundance of stuff that you had going on at that moment. It was like you had that bootleg going on, you had a few other things going on, but I was just like, what is this kid doing? Like, and in my mind, because I've been in music for a really long time, I know what a lot of people I think don't know sometimes is that when somebody like yourself, you know, you've been under Criso for 2 years, and just that sounds wild because you have had this huge upswing, which is awesome, but that you've been working for a long time. Like under other aliases, just on your own with your cousin making beats. I mean, people don't realize sometimes that just because it looks like there was this like random thing that blew somebody up, it's like, no, there was a lot of work that went on before that. For
sure. And then, you know, from what I said, a lot of people might take away like, oh, he's only been doing this for like 2.5 years or 3 years. But like, no, I started making music in 2015.
Right.
I've been building up that experience for a long time, even though I didn't start like taking it seriously until like 2019, 2020.
Right.
I was still building up that experience and that knowledge on how to do it as those years were going by. So I think that's like sort of like the important thing to kind of note is like, yes, I've been on the Criso project 2.5, 3 years. I've been, you know, before that I was under the TYLR project for like 3 or 4 years, and before that I was doing beats for like 3-4 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Like throughout that entire time, I've been accumulating the knowledge and the experience that I know to be able to do what I do now.
Absolutely.
Not just in the past 3 years.
Definitely.
Yeah. I'm ready to hear these other questions though.
Round 2.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Butcher Town, where I'm gonna chop up some more names. All right. We got, can't mess this one up. Leafy MP3.
Oh, I've heard of him. Yep.
Yeah. What is Criso's favorite part about playing a show?
Oh, that's hard.
Let's say a show, specifically like a live, like a live show.
Live
right?
show.
Yeah.
The sound system.
100%.
Yeah. Because I lose a lot of motivation. I don't want to say motivation, it's probably the wrong term. I lose a lot of energy when the sound system is shitty.
Yeah.
And it also kind of hurts the experience for the listeners. So that brings my energy down.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I want people to be able to hear what I intend to play out in the best quality and the best version possible.
Absolutely.
So when a sound system's good, I'm just like super excited. And I think the other half of that is definitely the crowd for sure.
Yeah.
The crowd is having a lot of fun and I'm having fun. My energy gets, what's the word? It gets drawn in from what the crowd is feeling, right?
Yeah.
And there's some things that I am still working at sort of on a deeper level that I won't really go too much of a tangent in, but
I kind of want to know a little bit.
But just like when the crowd's having fun, when the sound system is good, when like the energy is live, like when it's there, that's what I look forward to. That's what I have the most fun in. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, yes.
Exquisite.
Yeah.
That's what keeps me going for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And the fact that other people kind of have that same feeling, right? When people yearn to have a great sound system and they yearn to like, oh my God, we got Henny's tonight, or oh shit, Danley's are in here, custom rig from a local production crew.
Totally.
Love that shit.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
That shit's sick. Minnesota has a dumb amount of those.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
We were pretty lucky with a lot of that.
Yeah, shout out, since we're in Minneapolis, shout out Head in a Bin. Their stuff is fucking great.
We got Head in a Bin. We have we got The Voids with Champion Sound.
Yes.
We got IntelliFunk with the rebuilt up turbo bins. We got the what? Nestic. Yep.
You guys
Nestic
have
Sound.
a lot.
Yeah, it is really pretty insane. The Hennessy rig. There's who is it? Elixir and them are making Caravan. Yeah, they're starting to make it. They're making these crazy looking scoops. Yeah, they're pretty sick. Yeah, I mean the Midwest is pretty on it, because then all you have to do is hop over to Wisconsin, and then there's let me stop real quick. Another one, Feel Free Hi-Fi. Record label, artist group, they do their own screen printing. Those guys have a crazy sound system. They are proper.
I'm gonna shout out some Raleigh ones or North Carolina ones real quick. Shout out Five Eye out in Myrtle Beach. Shout out Diffuse Audio in Raleigh. Shout out Ape Audio in Charlotte. Hi-Vi Audio from Tunic in Asheville.
Oh, dude, that's one of my favorite sound systems I've ever played on.
So
ever.
Good.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I only got to hear half the stack.
Really proper.
Have you heard the full one?
I haven't.
It sounds the
hopefully
half
soon.
stack is beautiful. Yeah.
Hopefully soon. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. Shout out them. I know we got some other ones. They're mainly, I think they're just sound systems. I don't know if there's any like companies like tied to them or like an actual sound system name for them, but shout out all of them.
Seriously. Those Tunic system, I totally forgot that.
Shout out Tunic.
Yeah, shout out Tunic. That
holding it down in Asheville,
is so sick. Big time.
Yeah. All right, what we got?
All right. Let's rip on to this next one. This next one we have. Ooh, it's a two-parter. We got this.
Yeah, it's a double.
Yeah, we got this from Section
Section,
ball,
fuck up.
8-ball,
Okay.
8-ball. Yep, section.
Shout out section.
4K. What have been some of the hardest lessons you've learned when it comes to music production as a whole?
Oh God. Okay.
Tell us what makes you
Wow.
cringe.
That's a really good question.
So that's just part one.
Yeah, that's really good. Let me think. What's the second one?
All right.
Let me think on that.
When you're feeling burnt out, how do you go about getting out of the creative rut? It's a really good two-parter.
That is a really good two-parter. I can answer the second one about what do I do when I'm in a creative rut. Make a different genre.
Okay.
Just stop fucking to be honest, I have been in a really big writer's block with dubstep as of recently.
Yeah.
And just sort of the scene of it as a whole.
Yeah.
To me has been feeling a little bit stale, a little bit dry, and that in turn has just been kind of bringing my motivation down to want to make it. So for me, I took a couple weeks off during the holidays to kind of reflect and just kind of figure out where I want to go.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was still feeling kind of the same way about dubstep.
Yeah.
The first thing that I did was let me just try something else. Let me make let me make one of the components of dubstep. Let me try to just do two-step.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Let me just try to do, and branching out of that, let me just try to do some drum and bass. Let me try to do some 4x4 shit, let me try to do ambient stuff, all these different things. I think that's a really good way to let out those creative juices that are stuck in your head, so you're not feeling like you're not getting anything done.
Yeah.
And you're still getting something out of it, and I think it kind of goes hand in hand with sort of my thought process about my project right now, where it's I don't want people to only know me as, oh, it's Criso, he's like the dubstep guy, he's like the 140 guy, it's I want people to know me as beyond more than that. I want people to know me as a multi-faceted artist, a multi-formatted artist who not only does dubstep, but he's going to be able to do drum and bass. He's going to be able to do garage, ambient stuff, be able to, do down-tempo things, chill stuff, heavy stuff, and everything in between, and I think that's really going to be my focus this year. But more to that question, to answer that question, is make a different genre, explore techniques and ideas that you've never done before that might not necessarily work for what you normally do, but just do it anyway. Even if it's something, and that's the thing that I think a lot of people get caught up in, and I've gotten caught up in, is not everything you make has to be put out.
Right. And
anything that you do at home in the DAW is practice to make yourself better the next time you go and sit down. So it's that's been kind of my mindset with that. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
To answer the first question, read that again. It's probably going to be answered already.
Have been some of the hardest lessons you've learned when it comes to music production as a whole?
I guess it kind of works with the second question, where the hardest lesson is how do I overcome being writer's block? How do I overcome, not being stuck, not being able to make music, just sitting down and just being completely demotivated 5 minutes in.
Right.
That's been a big lesson for me, is to expand my mindset about it, expand my creativity on it, to do as much as I can outside of my scope, even if it's things that people aren't going to hear,
Totally.
I think that's
nailed it.
That's what I can give on it.
Beautiful. I think that freaking nails it. Out to section on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Big up.
Shout section. Love your music.
Oh yeah. All right. Cody. We got Reggie. Hardville.
Okay.
Let's see here. Ooh, what is... These are serious.
Wait, whenever you go, ooh, I'm like, oh God.
Yeah. I'm going to just do that every time now. I can't wait for this. Here, you know what? Reggie will come back to yours. I can't wait to show this one.
Oh, God.
You're going to really love this.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
right.
nervous.
Ready? Where did it go? Oh, it's by far my favorite question of all time.
Oh God.
I've never seen a question as good as this. How did they phrase it? It was the phrasing that really got me. I read it and that killed me.
Oh man.
Find question, but I remember it. I just don't want to butcher it. Oh yeah. This one by Kyle.
Kyle. Okay.
Kyle.
All right, Kyle.
What's Criso's favorite color? He seems like he'd fuck with green. He seems like he would fuck with green.
It's not green.
It's not green. Damn, sorry, Kyle.
I like green. It's probably like my top 3, maybe.
Do you have a top chart of colors?
No, I'm just kind of guesstimating in my head right now.
Yeah, sure.
But my favorite color is blue.
Ah, nice.
It's blue.
Nice.
Yep. Green, but green is up there. So you were close. You were close, but like green, or not green, blue.
Blue.
Green, like a fuchsia, you know, like magenta fuchsia kind of thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love the CMYK. Just fucking that little palette. That's just beautiful with the cyan and the magenta. Maybe not so much the yellow.
Yeah. I mean, kind of makes me think.
And then the black.
Yeah, the black.
Wearing all black right now. You know. But my favorite color to wear is black.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah,
like a ninja in the night.
Yup.
Yeah,
just like a sound boy.
Yeah, dead.
Yep.
Darkness.
Every single person that is at a dubstep show.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was so funny. Seems like you'd fuck.
No,
with
I
green.
love that. I love that you asked that. Thank you, Kyle. Asked that.
Kyle.
Yeah, thank you, Kyle.
There's no way I could butcher that one, Kyle.
I want to know. Maybe you could just DM me. What made you think I was a green kind of guy?
I also want to know that.
What did I output that gave you that assumption? I just want to know. DM me. I'd love to hear it.
It's just so funny. I feel like we kind of covered this one a little bit from our boy here, Braxton Beetle.
Braxton Beetle, right?
He had just asked, what got you into electronic music and bass music? We kind of covered a little bit, but I don't know if there's anything that got you into all of the electronic music genre specifically.
I feel like we kind of covered it already. I mean, kind of told you sort of like my origins of getting into it. You know, I was just really into like the big room and progressive house. And
was it like a movie you saw? Was there a trailer on something?
No, it was friends from like middle school.
Okay, they were just, that's what they were into at the time.
Look at this. And I think well, that was for like dubstep and like bro step and like you know, the heavy stuff and like Excision, Getter.
Yeah, but what about electronic music as a whole?
As a whole, I honestly don't really remember that much.
Yeah,
where like
sometimes it's like that.
The first of it like came from. I think my dad was really heavily involved in music. So
awesome.
My biological father was a DJ.
Oh,
he used to go by DJ PJ. DJ PJ back in New York. He was doing a lot of, I don't actually know what specific genre. I think he was doing like a lot of like juke and a lot of like freestyle.
Yeah.
You know, like that whole kind of stuff. Just like a lot of club stuff of what was going on in like 90s like New York kind of rave, like sort of like the mainstream rave.
Yeah.
I think that was what he was doing a lot. So I think some influence came from that for sure. And then my stepdad was also really heavily involved in music, not so much on the electronic side. He was really, really involved in hip hop.
Sure.
He was actually one of the people who helped first build Def Jam.
Oh my God! What?
Yeah, he helped kind of build it up. He helped build Raucous Records, which is the label that Eminem was first on.
Yeah.
And a slew of other artists at the time. So he was really, really big on hip hop. He has a documentary out. It's called Mixtape Inc. I believe it's on Amazon, I think.
Crazy.
It's a documentary about mixtape culture.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s. And he did interviews with Exhibit, with DJ Mad, DJ Vlad, Kanye, when he was still, when he was Kanye, not
Old
Ye.
Kanye.
Yeah. And a bunch of other people, but
that's crazy.
yeah. So I think a lot of influence around me just liking music in general and just wanting to be involved in music. A lot of that came from him as well.
Oh, I mean, I would imagine so. That's seriously, yeah, that would be hard not to.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I think that's probably, I feel like, the origins of like where me as a child was getting influence from music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick. That's super cool. Well, I'm glad we stepped back to that, Braxton. Appreciate you, dog.
Yeah, thanks, Braxton.
All right, we got Kyle down. We got Braxton down. We are going. Shane, any hope for more atmospheric tunes like the Remember Flip?
Yes. I actually, on my Bandcamp subscriber thing, there's a couple atmospheric tunes in there actually. For February, I'm going to put another one on there. I don't have an exact timeline yet, and it's not set in stone, but there will probably be sort of a more down-tempo, more chill sort of EP coming, probably in 2026, potentially on Memory Palace, which is Of a Trees' label. Shout out Tyler, the other Tyler, the third one.
There's a lot of us out there. The 90s were a hard time.
Yeah.
You got the tail end of it, dude. Yeah.
Originally, my name was supposed to be Nicholas, but yeah, it's now it's Tyler. So,
nice.
But anyway, atmospheric stuff. I think I'll probably do a lot. Most of my atmospheric stuff is going to be on my Bandcamp for right now.
Yeah.
But I think as I develop more of where I want to actually present that and how I want to present it, you guys will probably see more of it on a more publicly facing level.
Awesome.
Either late 2025, early 2026.
Sick. That's super dope.
Yeah.
And this is a two-parter from our boy Shane Murray. Favorite sound system you've played other than the Element 5s?
I was gonna say the Element 5s, yeah.
That was gonna be the one.
Yeah.
Well, not that one. What's another one?
That's hard. Because the Element 5s was just like the gap.
Yeah.
Like Soundhaven Element 5s. My favorite.
Yeah. They just have that like room tuned in, huh?
It's just, well, it's not a room. It's just it's outside. Yeah, and the way that they can make it sound so clear and so crisp.
Yeah.
Outside like that at a festival, and it's just it's so loud, but it's not like overbearing. Like it's not. I mean, it's overbearing if you don't have earplugs.
Right.
But it's not tinny. It's not like hissy.
Yeah.
It's just clean.
Yeah.
I think
wear ear protection.
Yes, wear ear protection. I need to start doing that.
Tyler.
Well, side tangent. I have really weird ear canals. Okay. They're extremely narrow.
Sure.
So no like normal fitting earplugs. They don't fit.
Yeah.
Within a minute, they pop out of my ear and I lose them. Now I'm out like $40-$50.
Yeah, if you get the nice
so
ones like that,
I need to go to I need to go get some custom molded ones.
Yeah.
I just every time I have the money, I am too busy enough to schedule it, and then when I'm ready to schedule it, I don't have the money anymore.
Yeah,
so
bought some other stuff. Jack, I think, got himself some fancy earplugs like that. You still wear those, Jack? Yeah. Do you like them?
He said he likes them. It's worth it.
Worth it.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go to a thing. But anyway, I love Danleys. Danleys are really clean. I think that's what I like a lot about them. It's just they're loud, but they're clear.
Yeah. Do they have any warmth to them, or do you think
they're a little cold?
Yeah.
But I think that's what I like about them.
Yeah.
Like they're not like their low end isn't like a Hennessy where it's like very Hennessy's are very thuddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's more like Hennessy's are more like a rumble, but then like Functions are more like a punch.
Yeah.
Danleys are more of like I think they lean a little bit more towards Functions in a way that they punch.
Yeah.
But they're not like Functions have this thing about hollowness that I feel like I hear a lot when it comes to them.
Yeah.
There's like that low mid range about them where they feel kind of hollow to me.
Yeah.
Hennessy's feel more like where it's almost too much rumbliness in that low end.
Yeah.
But Danleys kind of have that spot almost kind of along the same lines of like a Element 5,
Sure.
where it's just really, really clean low end. It might not be like as like rumbly like in your chest,
Right.
but it's just really clean output.
Yeah.
And especially with the high end, that's what I like about them. I think they're a little bit more tinny though, which is why I put them below the Elements. Yeah.
A little too cold.
A little too cold.
Like
Yeah.
a serial killer.
Yeah. I like cold.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it's just because of my hearing's just kind of out of whack, and I'm just I just advocate to make my hearing worse, I guess. But
No earplugs.
yeah. But yeah, it's so hard nowadays. I actually have never heard a Void system yet.
What?
Yeah.
You were at Inversound.
I didn't go to the fucking treehouse stage.
Or
No, I did, but I was literally only there for like 5 minutes, so I really can't give like an actual opinion about.
Hopefully get over there in May or something.
We might be at Infrasound this year.
That would, I mean,
we might.
That would, hopefully we see you over there. I mean, standing in front of that Void setup that the Champion Sound has put together.
Other side note, PK.
Oh yeah, PK.
The PK system at Substation in Seattle.
Okay.
I think that one's really, really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. I think I could use a little more high end, but it's really, really good. I'm actually playing there with Ternion in May?
Sure.
May 3rd.
Yeah.
May 3rd at
May
Substation.
3rd. Put it in your calendar, May 3rd.
Yeah, put it in your calendar. Yeah, I love that one a lot. I think I need to experience more of them.
Yeah.
Sort of out in the wild to give more of an opinion about them, but I love the way it sounds at the Seattle venue.
I've heard PK systems run by people that know how to tune them in, and they are
proper
slamming. And then I've heard people that just have them and don't really know what they're doing with them, and they're
it's
the same thing with like Functions. I've heard Functions sound spectacular. I've heard a lot of Functions sound like garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just the money you put into the speakers, it's the time and effort you put into knowing how to work them.
I think it's another thing to kind of bring up, probably a good time to bring it up, is when it comes to people who own sound systems.
Right.
It's one thing to have a sound system and play the sound, or like, you know, to deploy that sound system, but it's another thing to know how to tune it correctly for the room.
Absolutely.
I think that's a big thing. It not only takes the sound system, but it takes the engineer to know how to do it right and to make it work for that room.
Yeah.
That's sort of what comes to my head about when I think of what's the best sound system. I'm not thinking about just the system, but I'm thinking about the engineer, which is why I bring up specific places and venues.
Yeah.
The Element 5s at Soundhaven specifically
Totally.
just work so well for how they get it sounding just right, you know? And then like how the Danleys, and I can't give too many examples. There's actually this club in Raleigh who they normally do house music and like techno.
Yeah.
But there's the way it sounds in there is so good.
Super clean.
I've never heard like dubstep in there or drum and bass in there.
Yeah.
But just the way the house music sounds in there and the way techno sounds in there, and like I've heard like people like can't remember his name. What's the guy who made Satisfaction?
Oh, Benny Benassi.
Benny Benassi. I heard him in there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this is like fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just really good. So yeah, I think That's a big thing that I think people should try and emphasize more when they answer these things. Or like when you're out in the wild and you're like, hey, what's your favorite sound system? It's like, what's your favorite deployment of that sound system?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even just like you said, like outdoors in a specific space. I mean, certain rooms will make a place sound super different all the time.
Totally.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the setup at that moment. And then especially when like at festival settings, in comparison to like an install, you go to a proper install, I mean, it's like every show that gets played there gets tuned just a little bit better.
Yeah.
And if you're consistently playing with one genre at said venue, it just gets better and better and better. Like especially those techno and house clubs, like when they are just like, this is what we play here all the time. When techno is played at that club on that system in that room, sounds insane. It's like it turns people into
that's the power
techno people.
of sound systems too, is there are places that you will go with a sound system that is just done so well that there is music that you don't normally like, but when you hear it on that sound system, it just changes your world.
Absolutely.
And I think that's if you see a show in your area where you're normally not into that music, but you see who's coming in like for production on that, and you see what sound system is being deployed, and you know it's going to be a good one, go check it out.
Definitely.
Even if you don't fuck with it, I think it's going to change your perspective about that genre when you hear it, how it's supposed to properly be played.
Yeah. I mean, and even if you don't walk away from it feeling like, oh, I'm going to listen to this every day, in that moment you could enjoy it then.
For sure.
That's one of those
It's
things.
money well spent, you know?
Exactly. It's a good experience. Good experience made. Well, thanks, Shane.
Yeah, thanks. That was a great question, Shane.
And Shane's been super excited to see you on the show.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's been
Shout
cool.
out Shane.
Shout out Shane. I think we nailed him.
What was that other one you said you were saving?
Oh, I think the saving one was the green one.
Oh, it was? Okay.
What is your favorite part about playing a show?
We answered that one.
Got Shane. Music.
Think of you as a green kind of guy.
He is a green kind of guy. Like, really?
Shane, I think of you as like a yellow kind of guy. Let me know if I'm right.
Oh, I did have one that
was that his name, Shane?
That I missed.
Asked it?
No, that was Kyle.
Kyle, I think of you as a
yellow kind of guy.
I think of you as like a yellowish green.
I was, for some reason, when you said yellow, I instantly thought Starburst. I was like, I feel like you would eat the yellow Starburst.
I'm thinking of Monster in my head, and I feel like that's kind of biased because like Kyle and Monster, like that whole cliche thing.
That's pretty funny.
But I'm thinking of you as a yellowish green. Let me know if I'm right on that. I'm probably wrong.
You never know.
You never know.
I feel like blue was always such a huge one. Blue and red, people fight over that. I mean, a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Specifically two gangs. But
you're right about that.
But yeah,
I'm a blue kind of guy. I'm not affiliated with anything though. I live in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Now you know where he lives too, Bloods. You can go after him now.
Oh God.
I was always into blue green, like fishbowl blue. You know, like that combination where you like take that, like it's almost like a turquoise-esque. I was really into that when I was a kid. I thought that was the coolest color for some reason. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't own anything.
It's like a sea green. There's some blue in it. Yep. Yeah, I feel that.
Like, I don't know why the fuck I was into that. It's so weird. Just on to the next question from Reggie. What did we do here? Describe the feeling you got when you first found out you were playing on a festival lineup. That's a kind of cool question. What was the first festival you played on?
The first festival that I played on, oh shit, was before Criso.
Okay. Was this the Tyler?
This is when I was TYLR. I think Tiller. I think it was what I can remember off the top of my head right now, I think it was Yonderville. I think it was either that or a local one in North Carolina called Wub and Dub.
Wub and Dub. Shout out Wub and Dub.
Shout out Wub and Dub. I can't remember which one came first.
They're pretty close to each other.
I think they were in the same year. Yonderville was like the significant one. Okay. That was like the first out-of-state festival that I did. That was like a big thing.
Yeah.
That was Yonderville.
Yeah.
It's not a thing anymore. Yeah. I don't know why.
I don't know if
It's Yonderville.
Look it up.
It was a good festival. It just didn't work out.
Yeah,
didn't work out. Budget, you know?
Budget
reasons.
Yeah.
That actually was the festival that really opened my eyes into wanting to switch the project. On the ride home from Yonderville, I made Foolery and I made Drop Off. That was on my first, that was like my debut, like opening EP for the Criso project.
On the ride home?
On the ride home, because it was about a 7.5 hour drive back home from Yonderville.
Yeah. In
the back of the car, I made Foolery and I made Drop Off. Those are like my first tunes as Criso.
Crazy.
I think I also made Repeater on there. Repeater is kind of like a deeper dig. Not many people listen to that one.
Yeah.
But on the EP. Yeah, that was like the big inspiration for me. My first one under Criso was, I think it was 2023 for sure. It might have been Soundhaven, actually.
Crazy.
It might have been Soundhaven.
The big one.
I think. Yeah, that was a big one. But yeah, for answering the question as it's asked, I think Yonderville.
Yeah. And but describe the feeling. What was the feeling?
Yonderville for me sucked.
Oh. Whoa. Well,
because not anything that came from the festival.
Yeah.
It was the circumstance that happened because of weather. So what happened was, so I had a 3 a.m. slot.
I do remember Yonderville.
Yes. Yeah. I had a 3 a.m. slot on the bus.
Yeah.
Which was an awesome setup with I think they had Danleys for that, if I remember correctly. It was really cool.
Yeah.
Really cool setup. I was only able to play about 40 minutes of my set before a torrential downpour came in. And they had to stop my set. They were like, this weather is bad. There's thunder coming, there's lightning coming in. We gotta stop. I still had like 20-25 minutes left. Okay, fine.
Yep.
And I wasn't like really paying attention to everybody that was out there. I was so focused on my mix and how I DJ. I'm always looking at the decks just because I have this weird thing about looking up. Sure. I'm still trying to get over that, but so I was just really locked in. I didn't even realize it was fucking downpouring outside, and I was having fun inside the bus.
Right.
Just like, ooh yeah, and then like one of the sound guys comes in the room and he's like, yo, we gotta stop. And I'm like, why? And then I look up outside and I'm like, holy shit, it looks like there's a tornado outside.
Sheet of water.
It was, and nobody was there anymore.
Yeah.
Like nobody was out there. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm playing to nobody. Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop.
We're playing to the rain.
Yeah, we're playing in the rain.
Yeah.
And so we go back to my camp, my tent, just holding it out. And then the weather stops basically right at when the next person was supposed to go up. So I was, out of everybody at that festival, I was the only person who actually basically got time cut short because of the weather. The person who was after me, their set they couldn't do their set, but they got to play the next day. They were able to get it slid in through the time thing, and I had asked about it, and they were like, we don't have any more time to maybe able to fit you. I was like, okay.
Word.
So that was kind of shitty for me. I wasn't able to really fully do what I wanted to do there, and but it's weather.
Yeah.
It's not their fault. I'm not knocking the festival or anything like that, but
an act of God.
That was my feeling. Shitty.
Yeah. That was really good. And then his second question. Well, this is actually a really good transition, because I think after that's all the questions.
Okay.
What the future, Criso? What is the future, Criso? Please.
Let me pour my wine.
Seriously. We would all like to know what the future is for Criso.
Exquisite. Different from what you guys have been hearing from me. I can say that for sure. Again, kind of going into what I said before, I don't want people to just think of me as Criso, the dubstep guy that has like the Strikers bootleg and the Foolery and Drop Off and like all these other tunes I have out, Interfered and stuff like that. While I love those tunes and I love that people are hearing them, it's not all I make.
Yeah.
I really want to drive that this year and for the years to come. The big thing for me that I've talked about to countless friends and countless people in the industry is that I'm really looking for longevity in this scene and in this community. I'm not looking to just be here for the next couple years and that's it. I'm looking to be here for as long as I can make it happen.
Yeah.
So with that, it's going to be a slower sort of journey for not only myself but for the people that want to listen to me, but it's what I want to do so that people can see sort of on a longevity level what I have to offer for this industry and for the scene, and just for the people that are within just this world of people that listen to this stuff. Like I want to show you everything. I want to show you that everything that I'm capable of. I think when I first started this project, which you might have kind of hinted at with how I was saying it, when I first started this project, I just wanted to do dubstep and I just wanted to do that kind of style, right? But as time has been going on, I've been slowly discovering like where a lot of my other influences have been coming from.
Yeah. And
those influences are really sort of starting to shape my style as a whole, not just within dubstep. And I have so many projects just sitting on my computer that I know are things that people would enjoy hearing, and I want to share that with people. But I'm not going to do it in a way that's just like I'm just spitting shit out. I want to make it right. I want to make it worth it. I want to make it the right timing for everybody. And I think the big thing with my project is things are going to change. And I'm not saying my dubstep's gone. I'm obviously still going to make dubstep. I'm still going to make 140-esque things. Right. You know what I mean? Like things are going to be heavier. Things are going to be more chiller. You know what I mean? For lack of a better term. Along that style. But my brand identity is going to be more honed in. I think it's going to be a big thing for me this year. You are probably going to be the first to hear this, but I'm going to change my logo. I'm going to change my visual identity of this project to more to better fit what I envision in my head for this project. And not to only be confined within what you guys have mostly been hearing throughout this entire project. You know, in the beginning, I had like this liquid D&B tune on the first EP that I put out. Other than that, I haven't released any other drum and bass since then. Right. There was a Field of Vision that came out on my first EP. That was more of like a mix between like a dubstep / kind of like liquid garage kind of thing. That was awesome. I have a lot of those just sitting on my computer that I'm just ready to show you guys. I'm ready to get out to the world. I'm ready to show people what I'm about. That's just beyond the dubstep. I think that's kind of what the future is. I'm just here for longevity. I'm here for a long time, not a good time. I'm here for a good time. I'm here for a long time and a good time.
And a good time.
Yeah, that's the better way to put it.
Definitely.
I'm here to put on some great shows for people. I'm here to put on what people want to hear, but I'm also here to show you what else I have in store. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Oops. Cheers to that, brother.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for coming out and doing the show, man. This is a blast.
Thank you.
It's been entertaining, for also lack of better words, just to like kind of hear more of your story and just to get to know you. And this set, I think, like also really hones in on what you just talked about, showing all of those like flexibilities within your style and taste and flavor. I think you crushed it, man.
Thank you, man.
Would you play us out one last tune? Just give us one for the road, and we'll call this a successful night.
Yeah, I'm down with it. And thank you for doing this, by the way, before you do what you're about to do. Thank you for doing this. This is what we need right now. I think in this community, we need more of stuff like this, where people are able to showcase their stuff without limits, without restriction, without feeling like they have to pertain to a certain way. You doing this is a blessing in this community. So that's
really appreciate
that's all you gotta
man.
say.
I mean, we're really lucky to be in a situation and in a place right now where I have gotten the chance to meet all of these amazing people, and like you had said, get to know the artists. That's something that's also been really important to me. I know there are people out there that have the ability for them to separate the artists from their music, and they'll still be able to listen to music regardless of the way those people, however those people act. It doesn't matter. They're just like, yeah, that's their personal life. This is what I like their artistry. I can't do that. And this show is a pretty important part of that as well. It's like I am putting on people that I think are doing really cool things, and from the conversations I've had from them, from what I've heard, because I vet people that I'm talking to. I've talked to a bunch of other people that have either been on tour with them or have had experiences with them, and I'm like, what are these people like? Are they the way that they were when I met them? And because not everybody always is. And when I hear from people that I find to be credible sources, they're like, yeah, this person is actually just that cool. I'm like, that's so good to hear. I like what they're doing musically. I like that they're just like a real person and that they are trying to do something really cool. I want to do what I can to help in any way, give an extra like helping hand and support to them being able to just show off who they are and hopefully share that. And so, yeah, man, I really appreciate those kind words. And like I just said, you know, I'm just pumped that you were on the show, and I'm hoping that this next year we get to bump into each other a whole lot more.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Man. Whether it's infrasound, whether it's whatever else.
Well, I'll be locked. I'll be locked here with the little ones up there for a while.
True.
But
that's true. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. But I'm gonna be here doing this, and can't wait to re-listen to this mix. You can view this mix on YouTube, and you can also view it on our new SoundCloud. And all of those things are in the Instagram bio, and you can find all of those links on a million different platforms. So make sure follow us here on Twitch, go follow our YouTube channel, BASSment Jams, go follow us on Instagram @_BASSment Jams or whatever.
Shouts out.
And then you can listen to this mix a million more times and enjoy the ones to come. Play us out a last tune, my guy.
Yeah, let me find something. Yeah. Actually, I know exactly what I want to play.
That's my favorite thing to hear.